the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Birds and the Bucs on Sunday night.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Hurts to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
One thing we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
First down, here's White. Gets around him, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Mayfield now from the 50. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
First down, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run the draw play. This is White. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say, I've been saying.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
They go play action with Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, so we thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now we'll send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Penny. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Rashad White, 66 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive, and So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Hurts.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Aaron Sipas now.
So a change of possession here on the punt. So out come the Bucs now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get in the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Mayfield looks to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On the left side, a catch by White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
There to drop him behind the line was Logan Hall. Great effort. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Smith catches left side.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Penny, and he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he finds Penny.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts, and just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Penny, a first down carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The kick by Elliott is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. From the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run it back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
They start to drive with White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
They go right back to White here on first down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now back to the ground game with White.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he exercises a few demons by getting that one to go, but tie game, so those 2 misses could still loom large.
They'll probably hang over him the rest of the way, you have to think. But now you get a fresh start. All even. Time for that defense to rise up and get the ball back.
Level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9.
Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They'll run for it with Penny. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Rashad Penny unable to get there. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And some space here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw it.
Otten brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They run straight ahead here with White.
Down to about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Here's White. Oh, able to avoid him. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Again, this is White trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
White. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Penny.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play moving it downfield.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hurts. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Now their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. But Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. On the other side, they've had trouble stopping him not only on the ground but through the air. He's hit the century mark running the ball. He's approaching that receiving it.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different standard. And we know the gold standard now is 1,000 yards running the football. But I think we've got to start looking at all-purpose yards, yards from scrimmage. That's probably a better measure of what you're getting from these backs because look at the game we're getting here. He's run it well, but overall his damage has been done catching it.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if that will continue. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Complete right side to Otten. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's grabbed over the middle by White.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A first down throw for Mayfield. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Mayfield with it once more. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. This is caught by Evans. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it. This is White. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Mayfield now. Touchdown! Chris Godwin from 4 yards out. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. This slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DB, so a dime set here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Mayfield. He's got White here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go up the middle with White. And some room to maneuver.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Mayfield on first down. He's got Otten. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Ooh, the juke. And another juke. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
122 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Mayfield. Over the middle to Evans.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Mayfield on play action. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So he's had some ups and downs so far. 2 makes, but that's now 3 missed field goals.
And as you well know, if you go 2 for 5 in baseball, you're a Hall of Famer. You go 2 for 5 kicking footballs, you'll be selling insurance real soon.
Yeah, a little different story. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7.
Hurts.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll make it third down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Flush to his right.
Oh, good move. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the 39,
Hurts.
all that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Mayfield.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
Let's do this, man.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hurts.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on it and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground where he does any damage.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete here.
So he looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Complete right side to Otten. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up big, a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Again, that's Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Penny up the middle. Good move at the 30.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Connecting quickly with Goddard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's the option. Running right. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They'll run wide side with Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They run the draw play. This is White. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
129 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They stay on the ground with White. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a give to White. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
The last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the handoff, this is White. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Running out of the gun with White. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good roll, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10,
just shy of the 30. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7,
Hurts.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Get him going, baby.
But 1st down, Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's caught by Penny. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and
4. Here's Hurts to throw.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
The catch was nice, but how that happened after able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mayfield off the play fake.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. On the give, it's White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 27.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joe Tryon in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds Penny. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Mayfield. That's complete to Otten.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set.
Here's Baker.
Over the middle to Evans.
And he'll be taken down, as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Mayfield.
There's Evans again, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from long, very long range. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mayfield.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. It forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mayfield on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing, Mayfield.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield.
This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Here's a give to Penny. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Good job, good job.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run it again with Penny
to the 27-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, a give to Penny. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over the 100-yard mark for the game. And this defense has just had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps, both passing and running.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.